gunshots for so many years that some people in Shreveport are becoming numb to the violence.
But the violence bears a burden we all are paying. The example
from paganism. The brothers that stated out in there, that's all we talk about.
You see the prophets out here with the gospel, you think that we playing or something, we playing or something. You see the army and yeah, we the sons of God and we stand for something. Israel, to have power with God and man prevail, you know that Israel will flex on them. Jesus ain't mad cause I know why they raging. Yeah, know the most high God, so step on them, 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 yeah, step on them, yeah.
So let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all know y'all nationality? After Mike, before you leave, sis, I want y'all to tell me your nationality. Starting with you, what's your nationality? Huh? Okay, I'm gonna ask you, sis, what's your nationality? In the back with the orange. You don't know? What about you, bro? Alright, now listen, what about you? You don't know your nationality? So let's start off with that. When the officer was going over Deuteronomy 28, I want y'all to pay attention, right? We're going to go over there, we're going to prove our nationality. Let's go prove who the Bible is talking about, right? Because this whole Bible is talking about us. But let's prove that the Bible is talking about us. But I got a question before we go into that. How many of y'all heard about what's going on in Memphis? What's going on in Memphis, sis?
The cops, they actually protesting right now.
Okay, yeah. Did you hear about that, young man? What about you, bro?
I heard something, but
you ain't heard about it?
Yeah.
What about you, young man? You hear about what's going on in Memphis? Well, what happened in Memphis, it was a young man that got pulled over, right, by a black cop, right? Guess what happened in the end? The man ended up dying. Tyrese Nichols. You're going to hear about that name. You're going to hear about it. It's 5 black cops. But let me share something with y'all. Since you old enough to drive? You old enough to drive? You drive, right? You old enough to drive? All right. Before Christ left the earth, Christ told us how to deal with these police when they get behind us. Give me Matthew 5:25. I want to share this with y'all. Because this Bible is talking about us. All through the Bible, it's talking about us. We got to start paying attention now. It's time. Read what you got.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 25.
Bring it out.
Agree with thine adversary quickly while thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge.
It's talking about that police officer. That's clear, right? Read on.
To the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast unto prison.
All right. Got any on that?
Yes, sir.
Give me Romans 13:1. So y'all understand what Christ is saying. Before he left the earth, he told us how to deal with the Romans. This is Rome all over again. This is Egypt all over again. This is Babylon the Great all over again.
That's right.
Christ is telling us how to deal. Y'all heard what Christ said, right? That ain't that white man. Get him out your head. That's that black Messiah.
That's right.
Speaking to us.
Right.
That white dude, get that out your head. Erase that. Matter of fact, throw it away.
Teach your people.
From this day on, in your mind, when you pray to a black Christ.
That's right.
That's our Savior. Ain't no white man ever give nothing for us.
That's right.
Read what you got.
Romans chapter 13, verse 1.
Bring it out.
Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers. For there is no power but of God. The powers that be are ordained of God.
So the Most High God set them folks over us because we was disobedient. We didn't want to keep the commandments of God, so he sent us in slavery on slave ships and let them white people rule over us because we didn't want God to be our ruler. We wanted somebody else to rule over us. Now look where we at now. In the ghettos and the slums. We got to come out now and teach our people about Christ, about a book that we should already know about.
That's right.
Read.
Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of God.
So when a police car get behind you and you resist the rest, you resisting the power of God. The scriptures say agree quickly. Why? Because they can beat you down and kill you, bro. Since they'll do the same to you. They'll do the same to your mama. They don't care about us. Right? What happened was, we're going to drop that.
Yes, sir.
Go to Psalms 106 and 34. I want y'all to pay attention to what's going on. Because see, what happened was, when we went into captivity, we got around these other nations. And we started picking up their ways. We do a lot of their ways. Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, that's not our history. We don't do that. We got Once you learn that you're an Israelite that the Bible speaks of, God already had us some holidays to celebrate.
That's right.
So when you ask that question, well, where the black people holidays at? Kwanzaa ain't our holiday. Some Negro made that up because he figured that we needed something. Okay, we appreciate you, bro, but we're going to follow God, though. Read what you got.
Psalm chapter 106, verse 34. They did not destroy the nations concerning whom the Lord commanded them.
So the God told us to destroy all these folks because they wasn't no good, right? We had got orders from God on what to do, but see, we hard-headed. Read.
But were mingled among the heathen.
So we was mingled among the heathen. You know how you go to school and you got white folks in your school, Arabic folks in your school, Asian people in your school. We mingle amongst them. Now we start eating their food, right? I'm giving y'all the sense, you know what I'm saying? So now we in America, we mingle amongst them. And we did what?
And learned their works.
What was their works that we learned? Their works that we learned was hatred for one another. The works that we learned. Because them folks always hated us. Man, y'all think the white folks love us? Y'all think them Asian folks love us? Nope. Them Arabic folks love us? Nope. Don't none of them love us.
Right.
You know what's crazy? We don't love each other.
That's right.
Come on, man. So we learned their works. Read what you got.
Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5.
I want you to keep in mind. It was 5 police officers that jumped this dude. This dude was 6'3", 150 pounds wet. Imagine this young man right here, just a little taller. And you got 5 men that's over 1,000 pounds each, 200 pounds or so apiece, on this one little dude. Black dudes now. They supposed to be protecting the neighborhood. Let me share this with you. I used to think, I said, okay, if we had black cops in the neighborhood, then maybe they wouldn't shoot us down. But guess what happened? These same black cops started working with these white cops and learned their works.
Right.
They learned to hate their people. They beat that man down like they beat down Rodney King. I know that probably went over your head. Rodney King was a man over in California back in the 90s when white cops was found video. They found a videotape of white cops stomping him, but he lived though. He lived. These brothers did to our brother, they killed him. We did worse than the heathens. We in gross darkness. Read what you got.
Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel.
He's talking about Esau. He's talking about Edom. He's talking about the white man. You read about that if you go to Deuteronomy 2 and 12, right? But keep reading.
Shed the blood of the children of Israel.
We are the children of Israel. Our blood is the one being shed on these streets. Read.
By the force of the sword.
They use their guns. They use their weapons. They use that on us. That's what they use on our ancestors. That's what they use on us today, y'all. Read.
By the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
Now listen, what happened with that young man, Tyrese Nichols, right? He got pulled over for, they say, like reckless driving, right? Okay, so he got pulled over. Okay, license, registration, agree with him quickly, right? Some reason, this black cop want to pull him out the car and start beating him, right? So he's like, man, my iniquity, come on, man, what I do? It's just an offense, a vehicle offense. What you beat me up for, right? So then, my man, like, hold up, this ain't safe. He 3 houses down from his house. He 3 houses down from his house. So he get up and start running. Man, I'm gonna tell y'all, I would have got up and ran too. Man, this wasn't right. He was fearing for his life, but they caught up with him. And when the 5 black dudes caught up with him, y'all, they did him bad. Once you see that video, bro, you ain't gonna be able to look at it. I was talking to an officer earlier. He was like, man, I couldn't even watch it. Did you see the video, sis?
I was calling the damn a B word.
Man.
I was a B word.
You saw it, sis? It was awful, wasn't it?
I couldn't watch the whole thing.
This is black on black crime at its worst. Police officers. The Scorpion Task Force. The Scorpion Task Force is supposed to protect the neighborhood, supposed to keep the peace in the neighborhood. Come on, man. Pulling your black brother over, where's the mercy? Pulling him over and beating him down, where's the mercy? Finish that off.
Yes, sir. That's the end of 106.
Yeah, read that.
Yes, sir. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord God, I will prepare thee unto blood.
So guess what? That same blood they shed from that young man, the Most High gonna deal with them. Right? So y'all understand that? So we gotta have mercy on one another, right? We gotta see where are we going wrong. But see, the same thing with those 5 officers, they call what? Taskmasters. Slave, what the slave man had men over them, what they used to call them? Slave drivers or house Negroes or something like that. That's what they is. That's the same thing happened in Egypt back then. Go to Exodus 1 and 11. Let me slow down for me. I'm going to show y'all the history. Just all it's doing is repeat itself. We had taskmasters over us then.
Right.
Back when we was in Egypt. Back when we was in captivity. Same thing going on here. It's going to keep going on until we repent. Till the Most High get that number that he's looking for, and we all repent and do what we're supposed to do, then we can get up out of here.
That's right.
That's why you see us out here. The Most High is doing something different on the earth. He doing, since you paying attention, because I know you seen these young men out here before in the corner, right? Yeah, the Most High. Yeah,
Every Saturday.
every Saturday, huh? Yeah, it's the Most High. And he calling you. So he's extending his arm out to you. So we ain't just out here for nothing. We don't get paid for this. We out here because the Most High sent us out here. Go get my people and tell them, thus saith the Lord. Whether they hear or whether they forbear.
That's right.
But I want you to hear. Read.
Exodus chapter 1 verse 11. Therefore, they did set over them taskmasters,
Police officers. Read.
to afflict them with their burdens. And they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses.
Now go to Exodus 5 and 5. I'm going to show you those taskmasters was our people. You know how the slaves, when you watch those slave movies, and the slave master have another Negro with the slave, like go on beat them, you know what I mean? And we'll beat our own people harder than the white man will beat us. That's the same way these black cops did that brother. The white cops, man, y'all remember Boys in the Hood? Y'all remember that movie? Y'all remember the movie Django? Remember that dude Stephen? Stephen was that house Negro, and he was like, who was that nigga on that nag? He was madder than the white folks was on the nag. You know what I mean? That's how people do. You know Uncle Ruckus. These niggas cool nights. That's who them black cops is. They cool nights. They June coons. They cooning for the white man and killed their brother. Because they niggered up on these people and learned their ways, man. We gotta come out these ways. That's why we shooting each other now in the hood.
That's right.
That's why we can do a drive-by and kill babies.
Teach your people, all right?
Because we learned their ways. We gotta come out of that. Read what you got.
Exodus chapter 5 verse 5.
Paying attention. All praise. Read.
And Pharaoh said, behold, the people of the land now are many, and ye make them rest from their burdens. And Pharaoh commanded the same day the taskmasters of the people.
The taskmasters of the Israelites. The taskmasters of the Negroes. The taskmasters of the black people. I want y'all to put these black folks in this neighborhood, and black folks and cops. I want y'all to somebody get out the way, take off running, beat their butts. Show them who's running this thing. And I'm going to make you sergeant. I'm going to make you a lieutenant. I'm going to make you the best cop ever. Read.
And their officers saying.
And the officer said what?
And the officer saying, ye shall no more give the people straw to make brick.
Now they making it hard on us. They ain't finna give us no straw no more. They ain't finna give us no brick. But they still want the same. They still want the same amount of progress done with less material and at a timely manner. And Negroes, since you the taskmaster, make it happen. Yes, sir, boss. Yes, sir. Y'all Negroes, get to stepping. Get to working, nigga. Damn, bro, you ain't no nigga. Nah, he done mingled among the heathens and learned their ways now. He ain't want us no more. That's why he can jump out his police car, track another brother down that's only wearing $1.50 and stomp him to death.
Right.
Kick him in his face. His mama said his neck was so swollen that it almost started splitting. She said his nose was like an S. I watched the video. Big brothers, man, 250 pounds, kicking this small brother, man, in the face. Punching him. Why he handcuffed, y'all? Why? Because we got perpetual hatred for each other, just like the white folks do for us. We learned their ways. Read.
Ye shall no more give the people straw to make brick as heretofore. Let them go and gather straw for themselves.
Now let me tell y'all something. The Bible's an answer to all our problems, right? Go to Luke 3 and chapter 12. I want to show you what John the Baptist had told the police officers, right? Of Rome, right? Because we had black police officers back then. When Christ walked the earth, bro, it wasn't too much different than what it is now. Rome was ruling. White folks ruling now, right? They had black folks in their police and their army. America got black folks in their army, same thing. You know what I mean? We was in their army. We took good positions, right? Read.
Luke chapter 3 verse 12. Then came also publicans to be baptized, and said unto him, Master, what shall we do? And he said unto them, exact no more than that which is appointed you.
Now the publicans was the tax collectors like the IRS, right? Because Rome, you had to pay tribute to Rome because we was in slavery in Rome, right? Just like we paying taxes now. When you paying taxes, Negro, you still a slave. The only person that don't pay taxes is the king because him and his family is ruling. When we get in rulership, all the other nations, guess what? They're going to pay tribute to us. And that day is coming because the black Messiah, he going to rule. He's the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. That's what y'all got to know. That's what the fight is all about. That's why come we so passionate about bringing y'all up under this banner to show y'all who y'all are. So y'all can come taste this goodness of heaven, this heavenly goodness. Here's what you got.
Verse 14, and the soldiers likewise demanded of him.
And the soldiers, the police officers, they said, okay, so what we supposed to do? Read what he say.
Saying, and what shall we do? And he said unto them, do violence to no man.
See, if them officers would have read this Bible and understood what we supposed to do as a people when we working for those other people, what he say we supposed to do?
Do violence to no man, neither accuse any falsely.
So now you're accusing this man of drunk driving. So much more when he got out the car because he feared for his life. You accuse him so much that you beat him so bad, he yelled for his mama. Because he was hoping his mama, the brother was hoping that his mama heard him. Come on, y'all. Our people, man, we got to change, y'all.
Right.
We got to change. Come on, man. This is crazy. We got to come back to Christ. Let's tell the people how to change, bro. Get us Psalm 19:40. What's that? Psalm 19:7. I'm going to show y'all how to change. Because we can keep going deep into this, right? So I'm going to say the same. You got to change. You got to repent. But y'all know that, right? But guess what? The kingdom of heaven starts within you. That first step starts. I can't come out here and teach, bro, unless I be able to change my own self.
Right.
You know what I mean? Read.
Psalms chapter 19 and verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul.
When you convert something, when you got a Camaro drop top, when you pull that top back, let that top down, it's changed now. It's converted. Now you can ride on out. Read.
The law of the Lord is perfect.
Ride on out with the laws of God. Read.
Converting the soul.
Change. Line up your life with God's laws. It ain't that hard.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models.